Two teams here fresh off Week 1 victories. Who can keep it going as we're underway on EA Sports? This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
Take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Tight end's right. Tight end's right.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 25-yard line.
What? 590. 50. All day. All day. 14. Any day. Mike's 50. Mike's 50. Go, 4 down. 4 down.
This is Carson. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
They snap it at 1. Now Wilson sliding out of the pocket. And he's got a 1st down and then some at midfield. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the 1st down. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Wide open receiver complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Will Dissly, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Tackle made by Ziggy Ansah. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
8. Alpha.
Here's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Tyler Lockett, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've been outplayed early, no question. Down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Dancing to his left. Now he's going to let it go deep left side. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Brad McDougal. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Johnson was the intended receiver.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They run it with Carson. He'll get about 4 as he's past the 35 to the 38-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about.
25.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Left side here taken in by Metcalf. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Making a hat trick for Russell Wilson. 3 touchdown passes now. And the Seahawks add on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And it's now 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Here we go.
So with a big gainer anyways, he'll go ahead and take that instead of the pass interference call.
They didn't need the penalty. It would have been different, right, if they had somehow lost some yardage somewhere, but they did not. Gained all they could, down to the spot of the foul. Nothing to be gained by taking the penalty.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy out in the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception. Now he got to the check down, a nice safe throw, and a good one.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
The Seahawks take over.
We got this.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's second and a yard from the 34. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Second and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I'll bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and we'll still get the first down. They love being physical.
Now Wilson. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. In there to get him. It's a loss of 5. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Now this throw caught left side. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. He'll step aside. On third down, Carson. And he's got the first down yardage there as he takes it just across midfield. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Wilson, he's going to float this one deep right side. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. DK Metcalf with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the rout is on here in this first half. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Another dangerous throw there, partner. I mean, he's already thrown 2 interceptions here in the first half. I don't know if you want to keep throwing up 50-50 balls, and you've had that kind of lack of success.
Yeah, absolutely. Very well could have been a 3rd interception in half number 1. 2nd and 10. It's Roethlisberger once more. Reception made by Dante Moncrief. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards.
50. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. Now he's going to throw deep back. And Big Ben intercepted a 3rd time. Tedrick Thompson picks it, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line.
Well, when he feels the pressure, naturally he likes going to his left, as most left-handed quarterbacks do. But this time he tries to let this go on the run, and it's going to wind up getting intercepted.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. A well-executed 22-yard gain. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. Here's Wilson to throw. In trouble, and he'll go down back at the 12. Cameron Hayward Able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways. And right now, this unit...
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And this Seahawks offense continues to pour it on. Myers connects on the PAT. And the rout is on here in this first half. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Pittsburgh's offense now heading back out onto the field. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent approach, go ahead and run out the clock and start over. Don't make any more mistakes. But there's also something to understanding that you get...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Trey Flowers picks it, and they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You've got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
And an alley to run. And he slides to avoid the hit. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. They'll run it with Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in, you're running.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
They'll get 3 up to midfield.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route. Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here's Wilson. Pressure comes, and the Steelers take him down. T.J. Watt causing the disruption. He gets the sack. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home,
well, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Ryan Shazier got in that time, the first-round pick of 2014. Third and long, it's Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. Finding room inside the 40. And down to the 29-yard line.
And they had an extra defensive back on the field on that play, and the coverage was excellent. He tried to pull it down and run for it, but they rallied to him and kept him short of a first down.
And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the third quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Gives them a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
Bravo!
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on first down. And my goodness, another interception. Shaquille Griffin with a pick. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. Well, this has just been obviously a dreadful day for him throwing the football. Now 4 interceptions. This one leads to 6 points going the other direction. Tough.
Yeah, it is, and this feels old school to me because you never really took out your starting quarterback back in the good old days. No matter what was going on, he was your guy, and you rode him for better or for worse. In today's football, usually we've got a backup who's warmed up and is coming to the game, so you can see an old school approach here that's not really benefiting them at this point.
Back to the air, Roethlisberger after the pick 6. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. That's Ziggy Ansah, the number 5 pick in 2013, credited with a sack. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different looks, and they did that in the first half. You know, different angles, different things to slow down the speed. They got to him here in the second half. Now they've got to come up with a counter to that and maybe do something different.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. They'll indeed go for it with Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete, but there is a flag. And on fourth down, this is a big call. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes because you can get these types of calls.
The ball comes out, and this one's going to go out of bounds, so no recovery. But on fourth down, a change of possession anyway. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Hey, Haywood!
Again, it's Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard.
It's 4th down.
22, 44.
Hey, one set. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
No foul! Greystone, travel.
Hey, alert.
Hey, Delta. 77.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down.
Hey, we got Mike 50.
Hey, Zoo.
Get that ball, D. Let's get that.
The Steelers will go. It's Roethlisberger. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth.
First and 10.
Hey.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And off his back foot, he'll heave this one deep. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Watch the run.
Whirl. 54. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Now Roethlisberger. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
The Steeler first down, Roethlisberger to Bryant. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. And now a fumble. The ball's out. And the Seahawks have picked it up.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. They'll start out on the ground with Carson. And another mistake here defensively as a flag is down on the tackle. And that's going to tack on 15 more. 12 yards as they get to reset the sticks. Here's Carson. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards, and he has enough time to go over the century mark.
Well, you got to give it to him again, right?
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. You're not worried about losing yardage here. You're not worried about any of that. You just want to get him to the promised land for every runner. 100 yards or more in a game.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
We got to step it up.
From the gun, a give to Penny. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And down to the 19-yard line. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense,
and they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. Now that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Give the sack to Barkevious Mingo, the former number 6 pick. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. On the run is Counter. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a fourth down now.
He was taken down by K.J. Wright. A 4-yard gain. It's fourth down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Watch the pass.
Here's a handoff to Carson to begin the drive. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 22, here's second and 8. They run again with Carson. Now Carson fumbles the football, and it's picked up by the Steelers. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal.
Let's go deep, tight.
Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. This will be caught just inside the 10. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal. They'll look to run with Conner. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it third and goal. Now it's Roethlisberger. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Here's Roethlisberger. And this is incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. They'll begin the drive with Carson. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. Give him a couple on the carry there. Second and 8.
2 yards on the pickup.
They go read option with Wilson. And now he'll tuck it and run. Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Seahawks, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Steelers, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to get back to their winning ways next week as they head to Santa Clara to take on the 49ers. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying...
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got heroes, left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off. Each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. Okay. 10K on the countertop. Don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pounds. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, A floor, come down.